Same shoes, same sidewalk, same gentle rhythm. She thought she was doing everything right, until one ordinary morning, a ball rolled across her path, and her foot hesitated just long enough. Her body had forgotten how to recover, not because she was weak, but because she hadn't practiced remembering. You see, predictable paths, the same steps day after day, they comfort the mind, but they quietly dull the body's quick instincts. Science gently reminds us, regular balance exercises can lower fall risk by over 30%, not by making muscles bigger, but by sharpening the body's memory of quickness. Balance is a kind of conversation between you and the unexpected, and like any conversation, if we stop practicing, the words start to slip away. Tomorrow, before the day carries you into its patterns, pause. Stand barefoot, steady on the floor. Feel the ground beneath you. First, with your eyes open. Then, if you wish, with your eyes closed. Let your body remember. Let it whisper back to you. I still know the dance. That's smooth. Just put your hands. Take your hands off to close your eyes. Sometimes forgets to open. If something first starts inside, whisper still. We're listening and walking alongside. 3. Joints ask for pause, not repetition. The body speaks in whispers when it cries out, especially the joints. The silent joints. Or small acts of pain. Martin said was proud of his routine. 5 meals a day, rain or shine. Same sneakers, same concrete pad, same gentle stride. He thought he was doing until the aches came. First in the knees, then in the hips. Each step was a badge of resilience. Now, Martin hadn't been on the because not everyone had the conditions. Sometimes repetition wears down what was meant to be preserved. Science gently offers this. Chronic joint overload, like daily permanent services, can accelerate cartilage loss by up to 30%, raising the risk of arthritis and mobility. Our joints are not asking for miracles, they are asking for mercy. They are not putting you through a condition. They are looking for gentle waves, for waters that carry, not tear, for tides that move, not resist. So, instead of mindlessly chasing the same dream, choose differently. Slip into a permanent flow. Your knees, lie on a bicycle, feel the breeze, or even simply stretch your body. Teach yourself gratitude, pause. Let your joints feel released. Let them feel opened. And in doing so, you will find that your steps once again belong to you. Not to pain, not to fear, but to life itself. 4. Your mind makes comparisons to you. Your body follows the world. It too needs fresh soil to grow. We often declare our bodies are folding the same meals, cooking the same meals, watering the same plants. Each task done with care, and yet, somewhere beneath the surface, a quiet fading began. She forgot the names of flowers she once knew by heart. She missed appointments she would never have overlooked. It wasn't her age betraying her, it was the silence of sameness. Because while the body cherishes comfort, the mind craves surprise. Science reminds us with a gentle truth. Engaging in new cognitive activities, even small ones, can strengthen neural pathways and significantly reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Newness is not just a pleasure, it's a medicine. It doesn't have to be grand. You don't need to travel continents or master new languages. Sometimes it is as small as picking up a paintbrush after decades, as simple as learning a new song, as light as memorizing a single phrase in a different tongue. So, perhaps this week, choose one small act of novelty. Learn the name of a bird you've seen 1,000 times. Taste a fruit you've never touched. Read a poem aloud. One you've never heard. Invite your mind into a new room. Open a new window. Plant a small seed in a forgotten corner. Because the mind, like the body, stays alive not by repeating, but by reaching. 5. Breath is your forgotten fuel. Before the body moves, before the heart races, before the world demands a single thing from you, there is breath. And yet, how easy it is to forget, how quietly we trade deep, nourishing breaths for shallow sighs, tight chests, hurried mornings. Leonard, 78, used to think his breathlessness was simply the price of aging, that a slowing step, a shortened breath, was just the inevitable toll of years. But then one afternoon, guided by a gentle therapist, he discovered something different. It wasn't his lungs that were weakened, it was the space he gave them. He had spent years curled forward, reading, resting, waiting, until his own posture became a cage, pressing down on the very breath that had always been life. Science in its quiet way agrees. Deep, intentional belly breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, easing heartstraining, restoring calm, improving oxygen flow throughout the body. The breath is not just air, it is your first medicine. It is your greatest companion. It is the quiet river carrying you through every day. And though life may have taught you to hold back, to brace, to tighten, breathless, patient, ready to welcome you home. Tomorrow morning, before coffee, before tasks, place a hand gently over your chest, close your eyes, breathe slowly, deeply, 3 full times. Feel the breath touch places forgotten. Feel the heart open to the water. Feel life return, not as a race, but as a quiet remembrance. Because every deep breath is a declaration. I am still alive. I am still becoming. Maybe the journey now isn't about moving faster, but arriving deeper where life still waits. Arms open, breath steady, spirit alive. And maybe now, after all the miles, all the mornings, all the breaths you spent, you find yourself standing somewhere new, not farther away from life, but closer to its beating heart. Because wisdom isn't found in racing forward, it's found in arriving, fully, quietly, completely, into the life still unfolding inside you. So, if something here stirred a memory, a longing, a small new beginning inside you, stay there, linger in its quiet, let it move deeper. And if you feel called to whisper back, to leave a small sign that you too are still growing, we would be honored to hear.